All right, let's look here at problem number 4. We're going to look actually, I think, at problems 4, 12, and 13 on this particular one. We're talking about domain and range. First off, domain, this is a function. It does not have a square root, or it does not have a variable in the denominator, so therefore it is not limited any. These x's will keep going forever, so the domain will simply be from negative infinity to infinity. And then the range will be this. Now let's look up here. These dots can be deceiving. You can't just count the dots down. This could be 2, 4, 6, 8. Notice, I see this right here, negative 8. That is the high point. It's going to keep going down. So the range will be this. And you have to write the negative infinity first to 8 and negative 8. And negative 8 is part of the answer, so it's bracket. This is correct. But yet a lot of people will put the negative 8 and negative infinity on the wrong side. Yet you always go the smallest to the largest when you go left to right or bottom to the top. And it goes to it comes from negative infinity going up to negative 8. All right? Now that, like I said, is the one for problem number 4. Let's look at 12 and 13. 12 and 13 are going to use the exact same graph. So the thing that we want to look at is we're moving up to that particular problem here real fast. And as the thing is scrolling up through the test. Here we go. Now, the only difference between 12 is the exact same problem. You can see, use that same graph. 12 asks for the domain and 13 asks for the range. Now, I want to erase this part right here. As you saw from the video, that was not the answer to that one right here. The first thing I probably would do is this. Take my nice marker and go ahead and label all my particular points. That are going to be, I call extreme ends, the extreme far left, the extreme right. And first off, this point right here is at negative 5, 3. This particular point here is at 8, 1. The reason I'm looking at my notes is because it's easier than counting them. But basically, I counted them earlier, like 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are all the highest and lowest points for this left and for this right. Now, the domain of the new graph, that's the old one right there, will be this. Basically, I'm minusing 3 from, it's not in parentheses, so therefore I'm just going to drop the whole thing down 3 dots. So this is going to go down 1, 2, 3. That one's down to right there, so my new one will look like this. That's going to go down 1, 2, 3. Notice I'm drawing a new graph, 1, 2, 3, and I'm drawing a new graph right there like that. So now I have these new points. Well, I can tell this is now at negative 5, 0. This point now here is at 2, 4. And this point here is now at 8, negative 2. And I like to find all those points because now I can answer my questions. What is the domain of the new graph? Well, the domain is the x's. Notice the x's stayed what? Exactly the same. What's my furthest left x? It's at negative 5. So the domain, and it can equal negative 5. And it goes all the way to 8. This is the answer to 12. Now 13 is the exact same problem, except this time it asks for range. So the range is, on the new one, what is the lowest number for the range? Well, the lowest point's right there, so it's negative 2, and it can equal the negative 2. And it's going to go all the way up to 4. That's the highest one. So there would be my range for that particular answer right there. So that would be the domain and the range for the new graph right there.